Hey guys, so video today, kind of see in there, I'm actually applying compost extract to the cover crop in my garden. So there's a lot of mixed reviews on compost extract, but I'll show you here in my garden. You can see back in here the rye grain, brassicas coming back, clover. So one of the things that is often talked about, I'm going to let this rest for a second. One of the things that's often talked about when applying compost extract or even other types of additives to your garden or food plot or farm field or what have you is timing. So there's should be microbial life, bacterial life in that compost extract, but what ends up happening is you think that you're adding microbes to the soil. I believe Dr. Christine Jones has done some research that shows that actually they just become a food source for the other microbes in the soil, so they can help to stimulate some microbial activity, but it's a compost extract, so it's not like you're adding a ton to the soil, so your expectations need to be clear there. What they have found though is applying it foliar spraying, so to the leaves of growing plants, can help to uptake some nutrients, primarily in fish hydrolysate, but there have been some studies that have shown some interesting linkage. Joel Williams, I think it is, about compost extract or compost tea. Compost tea is a little bit more involved. Compost extract is essentially the water that runs through a compost pile, and you can collect it and then apply it. But the other thing that's really interesting, and Dr. Christine Jones talks about this, so she's really not into adding much to your soil, just letting your soil through cover crops and diversity kind of fix itself, right, and build upon that and fix the humic molecule through all of that the different symbiotic relationships. But what she does talk about is when you are seeding, at the time of seeding, in order to help to stimulate germination, so that seed has its own microbiome, and by adding a food source, in this case a compost extract, that can actually help to speed up that germination, and also speed up the ability for that seedling to then be established well with the soil, and of course all the symbiotic relationships that come with that, so the mycorrhiza and all of that, start its rhizophagy cycle, and all those fancy keywords that get thrown around a lot. So I try to try to not use too many of them in these videos, because I do want to keep it simple for anybody to follow along. But essentially it allows us to get fixed into the soil quicker, because you're helping to stimulate that seed's microbiome. So every seed, from every plant has its unique microbiome, which is really, really interesting and fascinating. So just a quick video. I wanted to highlight something I'm doing. I will probably do another update on this to let you guys know. This, unfortunately, I don't have a refractometer, although I am going to get one. I don't have one now to do any type of test, like in a couple days, just to see if there's any increase in Brix levels. But what I will do is give you an observational analysis. Now I'm expecting to see growth anyways, just due to the temperature, the weather, the rain coming in next couple of days. But also I'll make some observational analysis to see if there's any significant increase in growth, relative to what I would expect. And the other thing that I kind of skimmed over is why I was applying this is I did put another cover crop down of white Dutch clover. So I wanted to add a legume to here. There's a lot of rye grain in here. I do have some legumes in here already, being red clover and crimson. But I did want to add some white clover. So those hard seeds are on the ground, and now I'm hitting with that compost extract, again, going back to trying to enhance that seed's microbiome, germination, and then establishment within the functioning network, right, of the rhizosphere, with all of that great bacteria that's in the soil, so it can have and take advantage fully of that symbiotic relationship. So really excited about this garden this year. So I've got the tomatoes started in the house. I'm going to get some peppers going as well, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe.